People take drugs, don't they, in boxing? They all take drugs, I'd say. All of them.
Really?
Yeah. I'd say they're all abusing performance enhancers or weight strippers or whatever they're going to do to take drugs. I think they all take drugs. All athletes.
Define all. Who's
Everybody.
Well, obviously you're not talking about yourself, so.
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury as he states that everyone takes drugs. He says everyone takes drugs, either it's from performance enhancers to diuretics to whatever. Everyone takes drugs to some shape, form, or fashion, okay? And this was uploaded by, of course, 78 Sports TV. And regardless of who it's uploaded by, because I know this is an attack against, a busted Deontay Wilder, this is concerning Tyson Fury, though. And this, you could tell this is older. Tyson Fury's a lot bigger. Tyson Fury looks like, because he has more hair. He used to rock the hair even though he was starting to bald. So you can take this probably about 15 or 16 before he started getting orca fat, right? Now, he said he thinks all people take drugs, and the interviewer was like, "You surely not talking about yourself?" And he was like, and that look is kind of like, yeah. Did he say, yes, I take the drugs? No, he didn't. But then again, he did, because he said everyone takes them. He didn't say no. He didn't say, no, not me. I'm just saying everyone takes them. You don't say everyone takes them and then say, if you meant to omit yourself, you would say everybody but me, and you would make that clear. But he says everybody's doing it. That's just like, it almost is like an admittance of guilt, and then by guilt you have justification. And the justification is, hey, everybody did it. Yeah, I got popped by doing it, so everyone does it, I believe, so don't shit on me. That's basically what's happening in this particular interview. That's it. That's exactly what he's doing and what he's saying. Now, what does this mean? That means, yes, Tyson Fury cheated. Okay. Like him in a sly way of telling a reporter that, yes, I take them, by saying everyone takes them. He didn't say everyone except me. He didn't say I don't take them. He didn't mention that. He just said, hey, everyone takes them. Listen to what he said.
Enhancers or weight strippers or whatever they're going to do to take drugs. I think they all take drugs. All athletes.
Define all. Who's
everybody?
Well, obviously you're not talking about yourself, so.
So, he didn't say no, he didn't. But he was smart enough not to say that. Because he did one thing, if you notice, he says, I think everyone takes them. He never said we took them. That's the mind of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury with the gypsy magic. Okay? He thinks about things before he says them, especially when it's dealing with something that's criminal, right? Or illegal. And he was just basically, after the UCAD situation hit again, because, they visited him in 15, and then over a year later, they revisited him in 16. Okay, so, and then there was like, okay, hey, yeah, you were on something. Like, okay, at what point did they decide to go back and look at whatever levels that they looked at before? You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of those things still don't make sense to me. I think more than likely it was shadiness on both parts. I think the UCAD decided, hey, you know what, we're going to let you off the hook. Then they turned around and changed their mind, reneged on it, and said, you know what, you're not off the hook. We're going to suspend you. Oh, yeah, by the way, it was it was high levels of nandrolone. Everyone has nandrolone, but these are higher levels, which indicates that there was a drug there. The only problem is they couldn't find out what elevated those levels. They just seen high levels of this. That's just like someone blood testing you and say, man, Why are your testosterone levels so high? Maybe not the drugs that are in there, but maybe whatever the result of the drugs did to your body at the time. So it's very, to me, it's just really cut and dry. Like Tyson Fury used something to give him an edge. And again, the only person that should really be pissed off is Vladimir Klitschko, because that was the last person that he fought. Which Vlad did call him a straight out cheat. So we can't forget that that didn't happen. It's just I feel that Vladimir Klitschko at the time had the belt, him and his brother, so long, right? They had those belts so long, and then together, right, the Klitschko brothers reigned as undisputed champions because they would never fight each other, so they couldn't be one as long as all the belts belonged in the Ukraine. And once upon a time, for a very long time, they did. Okay, so I think because of that, people really didn't give it much mustard because a lot of people didn't care to see Vladimir anyway. And that's shitty to say, but a lot of people need to understand that. You know, that's the gist of it. But with UCAD, with their own infidelities, Tyson Fury with his own shit going, this is what we lead to. But no, you can't overlook this interview, right? And it's not reaching. This is not a reaching particular interview or video. I'm not going to bullshit anybody. Tyson Fury was basically giving justification and telling people the way it is or the way he feels about the sport. He says that everyone takes it. And he said, clearly you're not talking about me. And it was kind of like, yeah, motherfucker, I am. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, everyone, all athletes, all means all. That's what that means. There's no ifs, no buts, no except me. He would have said that. Okay, a lot of people, listen, you don't incriminate yourself for saying certain things, and especially if you're really being brutally honest about a situation. And this is what Tyson Fury was doing. But again, was this recently? No. Did this have anything to do with Wilder Fury? No. Did this have anything to do with Vladimir Fury? Yes, I believe it did. But here's the thing. What are we going to do about it now? Because everything that's coming to the forefront, congratulations. You got a group of channels that started bashing a man for the things that he used to do, and then some of it was right. Sure, okay, cool. But the things that you've made up recently are some things that you were reaching about and only basing on what the man did in yesteryear versus what the man's doing right now. Okay, that's just like going to a felon's house and you know what? Hey, you work at this grocery store. You robbed a bank 10 years ago. Guess what? You're robbing that grocery store. That doesn't mean that at all. So I know I know why it's being posted, but it was posted. And yes, Tyson Fury cheated, but what does it really mean now? Not a fucking thing. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury admitting that all athletes cheat in his eyes. Give me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.